Welcome back to the Grottu Orloff show. We're having a Sunday morning comic book party here in Grottuville. And as I said before, it's the final push. Soon it will all be completed. The comic book room will be organized. I see this happening within, I'd say 2.5 weeks tops, maybe even by the new year. So we're going into this room to continue organizing Bronze Age comic books. So back to it. Took a little break. Was downstairs watching a little YouTube. Made sure the last 2 videos downloaded without any problems. Looks like they're okay. So I'm organizing the first box that starts with Action Comics, and I'm filing some A comics into it. Let's see. I remember this comic called Barbed Wire. They made a Pamela Anderson movie out of it. Barbed Wire, followed by Barney Bear Wakes Up. Barney the Christian Bear. Okay. Baron Werewolf's Haunted Library. They are going to become collector's editions. Limited quantity available. $6 Million Man. I'm pretty sure, you know, they had Neil Adams covers. Yes, indeed. Charlton. Charlton was someone's making a documentary on Charlton Comics, or at least there's been a preview for like 10 years, like a trailer. I'm not sure exactly on the inside front cover what this is about. What is that? Some code that means something to somebody at Charlton Comics. Look, you can get all the equipment you need to be part of the Federation. Notice that the Space Force that Donald Trump created a year ago, and they have a logo very much like the Star Trek Federation logo. They had a press conference 2 days ago and said that they're going to be called Guardians, the people in the Space Force. So interesting. You know, there are some people that speculate, seriously, people that speculate that Donald Trump is actually a time traveler. Donald Trump's uncle, this is actually true. I'm not bullshitting here. Usually when people say I'm not bullshitting you, they're lying, but this is true. Nikola Tesla, when he died, the government came in and got all of his plans, everything, you know, because he had supposedly ways to conduct electricity where you'd get it like radio. It would just come through the air, and you wouldn't have to pay an electric company. So people didn't like some of the ideas that he had, but they say that well, this is actually true. The government agent on duty at the time was Donald Trump's uncle, and he actually had custody of all of Tesla's plans and all of his stuff, and that Donald Trump was his favorite nephew, and so some of these people speculate that Trump actually knows how to time travel. And if you go back, there's a novel or series of novels about Baron Trump, and they're from like 1900, 1901, and weird stuff. But it always, I actually used to joke to my wife about this before all these people started to actually say this online, because it seems like no matter what they try to do to Trump, he always manages to finagle his way out and escape. like the Roadrunner, and the Democrats are like Wile E. Coyote. It's just like everything. And he may even finagle his way out of this and have another 4 years, but we'll have to see. Now, I was saying a few episodes back that we were kind of concerned the country was about to go into martial law, so we stocked, I got a few things of water and trying to stock up as best we can. But last night, well, then CNN started putting reports that Trump is considering going into martial law to confiscate the voting machines to check for whatever has been done to them, and possibly to have the government or the supervise new elections for those states where all the problems happened. And anyway, CNN put that report out, and last night around 1 in the morning, Trump tweeted that he's not going to do martial law. That's fake news, but we'll have to see what happens, because I don't think this country is going to be around long if Biden gets in, but at least not in any form that we're used to. But enough of this politics, because someone will give me a thumbs down, and that hurts my feelings so much. Actually, it doesn't feel good when someone gives you a thumbs down, because it's kind of a personal thing. I'm letting you into my man cave, and talking to you about stuff, and if you don't like me, just go on to another video. There's tons of people that show off comic books. Shit. Squash goes the spider. Oh, I need a new bag for this for sure. For sure. Alpha Flight. Did Alpha Flight ever gain any value? Because I have like all the early issues of that. This was a comic that, I bought some issues, and I didn't, yeah, I've got more than I realize. American Flag, 23. It's kind of an adult comic. It went on for a while. It was some futuristic society, probably run by Joseph Biden. But, yeah. Something else. Okay, so I put American Flag in, All-Star Squadron, All-Star Squadron. What's playing is an actual recording from hell. Someone smuggled this recording out after a near-death experience. They happened to have a little pocket recorder in the pocket of their soul, and they recorded this, and now I play it to help spur me on in this organization. Okay, so American Flag is going to go between the Amazing Spider-Man and Aquaman. Ooh, look at this. It's not in the best of condition, but there aren't a whole lot of this out there. It's a promotional comic. It's a Marvel comic. It's got a lot of damage, doesn't it? But it's promoting the line of the, I guess, the 1967 Saturday morning lineup. Of course, Saturday morning doesn't even have cartoons anymore, and even the Flying Nun. America's Best TV Comics. I wonder what this is worth. I'm curious, but it's not like I'm actually going to sell anything. I'm just, I guess sometimes, I wonder. It's kind of cool to say, I've got something, but that's probably not that valuable, at least not in that condition. Okay. Now, this, I must have gotten these in quarter bins, amethyst, because courtesy of Buddy Saunders. He stamped the comic, but that's okay. I don't mind that. Actually, it goes into the art. No, it doesn't. It's Esteban Maroto. Or is it Esteban? Esteban Maroto? I used to say Esteban, but I think it's Esteban Maroto. That's Spanish for Stephen. Did the artwork. I assume he's a Filipino artist because they have Spanish names. And Amethyst is a beautiful looking comic. I'm sure it's completely worthless. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. But yeah. What year is this from? 87? Sounds about right. Angel and the 8. Not the 60s version. Now I got a couple Angel and the 8s. It's Vertigo, so I assume that means it's kind of PG-13 to R-rated stuff. NOPQ. Glad I paid attention on Sesame Street when I used to watch that. Well, I still watch it. YouTube, you can see the old original Sesame Streets from like 1969, 1970, when Oscar the Grouch was orange, and yeah, the whole Muppets. Before Sesame Street, Jim Henson did a series of commercials for a coffee company. I don't remember the name of it, but they're in black and white, and they're just little 10, 15 second long commercials, and they're just horribly violent. And they all have a little, you know, Kermit the Frog ancestors in them. Okay, this is Super DC Giant. I had it filed under A for Aquaman, but oh, I love the origin of Aquaman. Okay, I'm going to file that with the S is where it belongs. Arak, Son of Thunder. Yeah, I like this comic. Did anyone ever sell grit? They always wanted you to go door to door and sell a newspaper, or called Grit, and make money. I think I saw an actual copy of Grit, a couple of copies once. Arak number 1, 8, 12, 14, 13, out of order. And these look like they're brand new right off the rack. Yeah. See, newsstand versions had the UPC code, and then when you got it at a comic book store, it says DC where the action is. They're about 15, 20 years behind on that slogan. Where the action is more of a 60s expression. Oh, but yeah, man, I like this Alfredo Alcala art. Another, I assume, Filipino artist. Yeah, I remember reading Iraq and Jonah Hex and all this stuff. Yeah, this is good stuff, you know. I think I may have been the only person reading this comic. Oh, I've got 2 copies of that issue. How did that happen? Man, I got a lot of these things. Number 19, PQR. So this would be after Aquaman. But before Archie. Well, I appreciate the regular viewers that leave comments, like Chad Miller and Comic Crypt Keeper of Castle Hills, and Felix Maldonado, and oh, there's a bunch of really cool people that let me know they're watching. I know, yeah, Bo Rathbone watches. He sent a really cool Golden Age of Comics artifact the other day. I did an unboxing on that. If you go back a few episodes, you can see that. tomorrow I should be getting the package from Night Tiger Comics with a Bronze Age Spider-Man Avengers and a pack of 100 Mylights, which will really help me in what I'm doing right now. It's like a godsend, a real blessing. And speaking of that, this would be a really good time to pray, you know, just for what's going on in the news. Like Archie says, right on. Prayer is important. Because the enemy really hates prayer, and they hate church, and they hate Christians. So that tells you, when the enemy hates you that much, it tells you you're onto something. I know I cuss a lot and stuff, but I don't know. I probably shouldn't. 416. These are more recent Archies. I mean, by recent, I mean, man, there's got to be a pair of reading glasses around here. I can never find them when I need them. Usually there's one on the floor somewhere. Oh well, I assume this is 90s. This is shit coming out about the time that they start doing all those full foil covers and 435, 437. Archie Annual 26.
Nutrition, that's a
damn YouTube ads. I'll put the Archie Annual right after the actual comic that is called Archie. That would make sense. And this is Archie letting you know you should not do drugs, courtesy of Archie and the Elks. Yeah, I had like a million of these. I mean, I had just a million in my classroom, but I saved a few. They're not, I'm sure they're not worth anything. If they are, it would be a shame, because a lot of them were very well read by students. Let's see, Archie. We put this at the end of the Archies. Is the Sabrina TV show on Netflix coming back here soon? I know that, okay, Archie Giant Series magazine. Guys, you're getting eye strain. Okay. Maybe I should try a different camera angle for a little bit. Bert is what's been holding the camera up. So, I'll put Bert there, and then I'll put the camera in Bert's arms. That light. Damn, that light is bright, isn't it? I probably should put a lower wattage bulb in that light. Oh well, boy, I look fat. It's amazing how being fat makes you look fat. Let's see. Archie Giant Series. The World of Archie, number 188. Number 200. Number 613. This is 474. They were very prolific. 529. 530. This is kind of, they're at the San Diego Comic Convention, and they've got somebody dressed like Valkyrie. Archie, I've got my hands on a real collector's item. So have I, Chuck. I guess that's rather sexist to refer to a girl as a collector's item. Okay, well anyway, yeah. It's shit, I think that's 801, damn. Archie's Girls, Betty and Veronica. I probably should be showing you comics you care more about than these. God damn it. Giant series, giant series, giant series. Archie's Girls, 226, 273. Archie's Super Teens. This is it's got reprints from the 60s of when Archie was a superhero, and it even has a centerfold, a pull-out poster. Look at that. That was that one. And then they had several issues. This is 2. Number 3. Oh, look at the art style they started using. I have 2 copies of that. 4. Okay, Archie's Super Teens. Gals and Gals. I'm gonna move you again. I don't think that's a good camera angle. Shit. Okay. Army at War. Army at War. Archie. Orion. Army at War. Okay. Here's the collector as seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay, so I filed stuff into these A boxes. No, wait. Maybe there's still some more I need to pull out of here. Oh, ARG. Okay, I was showing you my complete run of ARG earlier, I think, in the last video. So that would go before the Avengers. Attack, Atom, Army at War. Okay, Army at War, and then Atlantis Chronicles, ARG would go in between. Okay, this copy of Jungle Gym needs to go to the other room with the Silver Age. There's some Witching Hour comics. Okay. Alright. This is one of those Spire Christian comics. There's a new world coming, which I think is supposed to be 2 o'clock in the morning tonight. There's supposed to be a huge solar flash, and we're going to ascend. Our DNA is going to be upgraded, and not everyone, but the good people are going to become more cosmically aware. So tomorrow, oh, what it is, of course you know the song, The Age of Aquarius. Apparently when this all happens tonight, that's supposed to begin the Age of Aquarius. So you've heard that song all your life, this is the dawning of the Age of Aquarius. Well, that's tonight. That's what I understand from all the cosmically aware Doctor Strange kind of kooks that are on YouTube. That's what I've been told. So you may wake up being a cosmic master, and you may be able to float around into into the astral plane and stuff like Doctor Strange. Unless you're one of the bad people, those people aren't going to ascend. The lizard people will never ascend. Ah yes, Midnight the Witching Hour. My childhood copy. Yeah. And these wonderful model kits. Very delicate for Pirates of the Caribbean. This is my childhood teddy bear. And he's wearing, this is this sweater. I wore this sweater. It's Hemisphere 1968 World's Fair, San Antonio. Yes, the World's Fair was in San Antonio in 1968 during another pandemic that no one remembers because it wasn't a big deal. They had Woodstock in the middle of a pandemic that killed thousands, but yeah, this bear was actually handed down from my older brothers, so he's circa 1950s. And very important to me. That's something I've had all my life. Okay. Okay. Superman Family, comic I love. Top Cat. Charlton. Charlton didn't really do right by these Hanna-Barbera characters. Okay, here's some Weird Western Tales, Werewolf by Night. So I need to find the W box. Also for the Witching Hour comics. And it's right here. How about that? What a coincidence. Isn't that a great box? No, they're not reading glasses, they're sunglasses. Sons of bitches. Okay, move this box aside. Look how I'm real slick. I write Bronze Age comics. Bronze Age. It's actually bronze, copper, and I think they call today modern. Okay. First thing in here is this comic that I assume nobody remembers, called Vigilante. Then Wanted and the Wacky Adventures of Cracky. That's what they should call the Hunter Biden laptop. The Wacky Adventures of Cracky. Tarzan Weird Worlds. Weird War would be before Weird Worlds. Warlock. Look at that. Pretty cool. Everyone's excited. Everyone's speculating about Warlord and stuff. There's this guy I watch on YouTube that it looks like a rapper. He's got like gold chains and a cap and a little bit of a beard, and he's always like, "Here's my new copy of the premiere of Galactus and Fantastic Four." And I'm going, "Oh, shit, I don't have that issue. I have the one after it." And he just is real excited. He got the Fantastic Four with the debut of him, who later becomes Orloff, coming out of the cocoon. Because that concept was introduced at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, so people are wanting to speculate that it'll go up in value, and I guess comics are interesting to people of, all kinds of people. I don't have any people in their 20s and 30s watching this show, apparently, from what YouTube tells me. Wild Wild West. That was a cool show. Okay, so Witching Hour 32. This is 40. Boy, I'm hungry. What time is it? I have no idea. Time to eat. This is 31. Look at this satanic shit. I like all kinds of music. Well, not all kinds of music. I take that back. I sure don't like hip-hop or rap. I like doo-wop, but not hip-hop. Okay, 28. Ooh, a Christmas cover. I gotta put this in my Christmas box. This will be good for my Christmas show, which I may try to do later on this evening. After food. This is good because I'm finding all the Christmas stuff. It's midnight, the witching hour, number 80. In the early days of the recording industry, the recording techniques that they had made people's voices sound tinny, and you heard the sound through a big cone, that was the speaker. You've seen those old-timey phonographs with the big speaker, right? The big cone. And so people became used to hearing singers sound that way, so then singers actually went, and when they performed live, they would have a megaphone that would make their voice sound like it did on the records. Okay, so this is like in perfect condition, so I assume I think that's a valuable key issue. Yeah, I bought these at a comic store, which is why it's got the little Spider-Man head instead of the UPC code, and then this is the second issue. The second issue, they've got it, made it look like an M up there. Yeah. How many issues did this go? I've got 1 through 3. I think there's 4 issues. Maybe the other issue's somewhere else. I don't think I would have just bought 3 issues and not the finale. I don't remember. I remember it was a good comic. Witching Hour 80, 81. '85. Used to mistakenly put these in M for midnight, but the actual title of the comic is Witching Hour. '62. Nobody does horror anthology comics anymore. You notice? 72. For a while they tried to do that with what? Twisted Tale? Was it Twisted Tales and Death Rattle? Twisted Tales was really an attempt to make it like EC. I think it was called Twisted Tales. Here's Witching Hour 75. '78. '79, a robot cover. Okay, Weird War number 15, 25. Weird War was a favorite comic book of the Ramones. An old friend of mine was friends with the Ramones, and so that's why I know little trivia like that about them. In fact, I used to have Joey Ramone's television set sitting in my garage because my friend used my garage as a storage unit for a little bit. He was a huge collector that makes anyone's collection I've ever seen, like except for maybe Forrest J. Ackerman's collection. I mean, he just had so much. And he was living in Los Angeles and collected so much because the stuff's everywhere there. And he passed away, but for a while, yeah, didn't look like it. It just looked like a beat up old television. But apparently it had been Joey Ramone's television. How you prove that to anyone, I have no idea. But I don't know where that is now. Yeah, Weird War. Ooh, this is different. Weird. It's Weird War 26, but the colors are a little different. A little bit different. '32. Got a demon coming up to take care of those Nazis. 27. 32. Oh, I always loved Jonah Hex. Weird Western Tales, number 25. I gotta re-sleeve that when I get new bags. Weird Worlds, Weird War, Weird Western, number 25. This is number 28, which would look good on a comic wall next to the one where Batman is similarly staked out in a desert, the Ra's al Ghul issue. Weird Western 29. Weird Wonder Tales, Marvel. The thing coming up from behind the wall, it's gigantic. 4. Some of my Werewolf by Nights are in a box back there, so I gotta crack open that box, maybe in the next video. But here's Werewolf by Night number 3. That will be after the Weirds, after Welcome Back Kotter, after What If, after What... No. W-E is before H. Yeah, but it's after Welcome Back Kotter for sure. Why I bought the Welcome Back Kotter comic, I cannot tell you. Actually, it had good artwork. It really did. Oh, I'm not showing you stuff. This is my childhood copy from 2nd grade of Werewolf by Night 5. Beautiful Mike Plug artwork. He was a student of Will Eisner, and you can really tell once you've been told that, you can really see the Will Eisner in his art. Werewolf by Night number 11. 29. This is not all my Werewolf by Nights. Trust me. What do you think I am? Ooh, that's cool to see a horror artist take on Iron Man. But I see I gotta re-sleeve that. See, it's kind of buckling. That's what old bags look like. And Werewolf by Night 43. Okay, then what if, where monsters dwell. So here's Where Monsters Dwell, number 20. This was part of the Dwayne Harris Pedigree Collection. Okay, this is the one I'm filing, which is a reprint of Groot's first appearance. These comics are a lot of fun. It's Grottu, the creature from nowhere. What was the strange secret of Grottu? Part of Stan Lee's genius, despite the fact that he took too much, obviously took too much credit for creation of a lot of the Marvel heroes. He came up with those names, including my pseudonym Grottu, which I prefer to Kenneth, which is my real name. But Orloff is a real family name on my dad's side, Orloff. So that's not bullshit there. Well, I think I was telling you what Marvel Comics social justice warriors trying to embarrass Chris Pratt. Because Chris Pratt wouldn't cooperate and wouldn't appear at their Joe Biden events, where almost all the Avengers actors, like the Mark Ruffalo who plays the Hulk, who's just a real, maybe he's a nice guy, but politically he's a very naive and kind of dumb. And Captain America, Chris Evans, you know, they were all there like fundraiser for Joe Biden. And but Chris Pratt, the Star-Lord, didn't show up, so they said, we'll show that born-again Christian, we'll make his character in the comic book bisexual, and that'll embarrass him, and then he'll have to play a bisexual character in the movies. And that's the kind of mean, weird, insane thinking of a social justice warrior. They'll punish you if you don't agree with them. And then if you complain, you say, well, you must be hateful of bisexuals. No, it's just the character's been around since the 70s, and you're just changing them on a whim for obvious reasons, not for any legitimate story reasons. It's like when they made that Han Solo movie, and they said, well, we're going to make Lando Calrissian an omnisexual or a pansexual or whatever the hell. It's like, well, what? Leave that sex out of Star Wars. What's the point of that? Bartman. That'll go in the beatbox. Ooh, that's kind of a cool homage to Warren, Famous Monsters of Filmland. Treehouse of Horror. All these, I think I'll file these all under S for Simpsons, so they're not all over the place. Yeah, that's what I'll do. This is a local, well, Fort Worth girl band from the 60s called the Candy Canes, spelled with a K for 2 Ks, Candy Canes. Basil Wolverton's Planet of Terror. Basil Wolverton's one of my favorite artists, you know, up there with Maurice Severin and John Severin, and, you know, so many, Richard Corbin, Jack Kirby. I mean, so many artists I love. Super decent. Put this in with this. Wonder how many hours you can actually sit and watch a guy file comics. This is what I don't like about modern comics. It's just shitty covers like this. Why I would even buy this? Let me look at this shit. Why did I buy this? What possessed me here? Maybe I got it free. It's like, how do you even read a comic like this? There's no words in it. I kind of like words in my comic books. You know, that's one thing Stan Lee did, is he filled dialogue balloons. I mean, look at this. It's just, you can read, this is a kind of a thicker comic. You could read it in probably 10 minutes. I mean, like, how do you, look at this page. It's not a fucking word on the page. It's, someone got paid for this? Why do I own this shit? I mean, it really kind of makes you angry that you're looking at a comic with no words in it. I don't know what the fuck it even is. Batgirl. It's not any Batgirl I remember. I mean, it's not the right Batgirl suit.
It's a cozy table, isn't it?
Damn. Fuck that Batgirl. This is a reprint. You can tell it's a reprint because it's got a cardboard glossy cover of this, and it's got one of these modern Mark of the Beast UPC codes. But they reprint it. Oh, look at this inside cover. That is so damn cool. Oh, it's a fold out. It shows the original. Damn. It'd be worth it to get an extra copy of this just to frame that that pose of Batman. Yeah, they even reprint the back cover and the house ads. So file it under B for Batman. More Turok, Son of Stone. He was brought back in the 90s. Some comic book company, Vanguard, Eclipse, I don't know, one of those companies, and then they made him into a video game character, and then kids of that time period became aware of Turok and Magnus Robot Fighter, and they became popular again. I guess that would go under Guardians of the Galaxy. This, I guess that would follow that under G. Yeah. Okay. Daredevil, Deathlock, Commandai, Knife. This is a cool cover. Did I buy it for the... And the artwork inside is... I guess that's okay.
It's a boy. It's a dog. That's my baby.
I love this cover. I really do love it. It's got to be Alex Ross. Yeah. Because I just love Crypto. Reminds me of my dog Daisy. This modern Doom Patrol comic. I got a bunch of them for $1 when that Doom Patrol series came on, so I could kind of brief myself on what the modern Doom Patrol was like, because I had tons of the 60s Doom Patrol, but the TV show's based on the variation of Doom Patrol from these artsy art school type comics from the 80s or 90s, and I wanted to see what the deal was with them. I got a guess I got this Superman 10-cent adventure. I don't know what that is. This is a gold key star stream. They're trying to I guess they're hoping it would be a sophisticated science fiction comic that would sell to real science fiction fans by adapting Isaac Asimov and stuff. I got 1 million of this free comic book day. Got a whole stack of them.
It's a boy. It's a dog. That's my baby. Here I am in a living episode.
This may take longer than I thought. Okay, so let me get some of this file. Where are the S's? M through P. Damn it. There they are. Alright, I'm probably going to need to reposition the camera because you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, what do we got here? These are a bunch of beat up, terrible condition comics. I need to put these somewhere else. Oh, I've got some Dennis the Menace. I was putting the Dennis the Menace somewhere else. Oh no, these aren't the same ones. These are beat up comics. Actually, these aren't. Sometimes I think that it was a free comic book day and my local comic store started giving away some of their books from their quarter bin, in addition to the ones that were specifically comic book day things. This is this comic that I never read when it was out, but some people say it's good. I don't know anything about it. Oh, shit. shit. These comics are trash. See, I told you, I've got 1 million copies of this Archie anti-drug deal. Whew. What is this shit? I mean, you guys say these promotional comics, I don't even know what to... They're free comic book day things. I mean, I don't know. I don't like throwing stuff away, but yeah, I guess I'll put them somewhere. Maybe they're not going to be worth anything in my lifetime. Okay, so this is my childhood copy of Scamp. I've heard James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy, talk fondly about Scamp. Swamp Thing, Scamp. Okay. Here's a... Boy, is that in bad condition or what? Okay. I'm gonna pull these EC reprints out because I've already decided I'm gonna file them all under E. So we've got Tales of Evil, the Bog Beast, and the Man Monster. This is Atlas Seaboard, mid-70s. They brought back Tales to Astonish to reprint Submariner. That didn't last long. Here's Tales to Astonish. Tales Too Terrible to Tell. Okay, here's where all the Tarzan goes. Whew. I just had a bunch of Tarzans that I discovered. I need to go in there. Okay, I'm not... it's kind of like the fun is kind of stopping here. I'm not having as much fun as I was having. Mainly because this is hard on the back. Bend it down like this. It'll be worth it when it's all done. Okay. That's a weird drawing of Reed Richards. I don't know what this is. Some preview of... Oh yeah, see these Marvel modern comics with no... Why do they even hire a writer? There's no words. What is this shit? Oh, maybe it's before they put words in. It's a preview. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I'm starting to get cranky. Supervillain. No, it's giant-sized supervillain. Supervillain team up. Supervillain team up. Scamp. Okay, I'll put Superman in front of Scamp. After Scamp. Superman. Starstream. Followed by Superman the 10-Cent Adventure. Okay, Superman 679, 680. Okay. I think I better take a break because I'm just going to get crankier and crankier. I'll be back before too long.